Welcome to Stanley, Scuba, Sailing, and Adventures. I appreciate you joining me. Please hit that subscribe button. Scuba diving, the British Virgin Islands. This is a dive series recorded October 29th through November 5th. On this trip, I made 20 dives over the course of 6 days. All 20 dives were at different dive sites. I pulled out my NV Atlas Caribbean charts, specifically the ones for the Virgin Islands. My intent was to show the anchorages and location of the dive sites. I got these chart books specifically for navigation while sailing. The charts are a little small scale for my taste. I typically prefer a larger paper chart. I really like these magnifying paperweights. You can see I have a smaller one and a larger one. And even with the larger one, it's still a little difficult to make out some of the things on this chart. Here's the Village K Marina, Road Town Tortola, where we started. I'm just not happy with the scale of this chart for the purposes of demonstrating the anchorages and dive sites. So I think I'll move on to my larger paper chart. This is a great chart for navigation, and I believe it's the exact same chart they had on the boat. Here I've marked the very location of the Village K Marina. If we look at Inset A, down here in the lower right hand corner of the chart, and we use the magnifier, you can actually see they've represented the Village K Marina and the dock. I decided for purposes of this demonstration it was probably best just to use the Franco dive map. Almost all of the dive sites I wanted to discuss were listed on this map. We departed Village K Marina, Road Town Tortola pre-dawn on October 30th and headed south toward Norman Island. We made 5 dives from this anchorage: Angelfish Reef, the Indians, Spyglass Wall, and Ring Dove Rock. The following morning, we dove Santa Monica Rock before departing. We then moved to an anchorage in White Bay off of Peter Island. From here we dove Jeff's Rocks, the Willy T Wreck, and Black Forest. That concluded our diving for October 31st and this anchorage. Our next anchorage would be the northwestern side of Salt Island. Our first 3 dives from this site on November 1st would be at the Rhone. The last dive that day would be at Dead Chest West. The next day, November 2nd, we'd make 3 more dives from this anchorage. Those dives were around Cooper Island, Wreck Alley, Thumb Rock, and Vanishing Rock. After that, we'd make our way northeast. We'd do a shore excursion to the Baths before anchoring for the night at Virgin Gorda. We'd anchor at Nail Bay and Mount Trunk Bay, here at the northwestern end of Virgin Gorda. From this anchorage, we'd dive West Seal Dog, Bronco Billy, Coral Gardens, and the Chimney on November 3rd. On the morning of November 4th, we would leave our anchorage at Virgin Gorda and head back to our previous anchorage off Salt Island. From there, we made one last dive at Carval Rock. All of the diving on this trip was done from skiffs, in case you were wondering about the distance of some of the dive sites from the anchorages. 20 dives in 6 days and a shore excursion to the Baths. I came home with about a half a terabyte of content. My intention is to create a video for each dive site and the shore excursion, so a series of about 21 videos. For each dive site, I'll provide a dive briefing and try and explain the dive site. The visibility in the BVI can vary greatly. On average, it's about 100 feet. In the winter, the visibility can be double that, while in the summer, it can be half of that. We were really just at the very end of hurricane season, so we had a couple days where it was very windy and a couple dives where the visibility just wasn't that great. So hopefully there's enough worthwhile content for me to make a video for each dive site. Finally, just a little information on the water temperature in the BVI. From what I read, the low in the winter is usually around 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and the high in the summer is around 85 degrees Fahrenheit. My dive computer recorded temperatures closer to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. I brought a 3 mil wetsuit and a shorty, and I didn't end up wearing either one. I know it's best practice to wear some type of exposure suit to protect from stinging creatures. I got very lucky, and I really enjoyed diving in just my trunks and a short sleeve rash guard. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the dive series. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.